cardsharp.com.
Hey there, this is Houston Curtis with cardsharp.com, and this is the Card Cheating Quiz. If you've come over for Card Player Magazine, I hope you have your answers ready to see how you fared. If you're just now checking into this video, you can follow along. It's multiple choice. Let's see how much you know about getting cheated at a poker table. All right, let's get into it with question number one. At a book signing, someone recently asked me if Toby Maguire and I had paper down when we ran the big game. What was he referring to? Paper down. Was it A, keeping a paper trail of wins and losses? B, posting the buy-in with cash? C, making a list of fish to hustle? Or D, none of the above? If you answered D, none of the above, you are correct, because paper down is when you are using marked cards. All right, that is how it is referred to by cheaters. It is called having paper down. Question number two, to spot someone base dealing is to notice that they are A, dealing from the button, B, stealing chips from the pot when no one is looking, C, dealing cards off the bottom of the deck, or D, none of the above. The correct answer is C, dealing off the bottom. Bottom dealing is a great way to get you the cards you need when you need them. What did the player mean when he said the dealer had been dealing deuces all night long and no one had noticed? Was it A, dealing the second card from the top of the deck? B, stacking the deck to flop two pair to a partner? C, dealing low cards on purpose? Or D, none of the above? The answer is A, dealing the second card from the top of the deck. Question number four. Why did the player get worried when he noticed the dealer continuously doing a short shuffle? All right, what is a short shuffle? Well, was it A, because the dealer could have been controlling a slug? B, because the cards weren't being fairly shuffled? Or C, because he feared the dealer was calling cards to the bottom? Or D, all of the above? The answer is D, all of the above. So A, yes, you are controlling a slug, like controlling the slug of the aces on the bottom. B, the cards are not being fairly shuffled. Well, pretty sure that if you are shuffling the deck multiple times and you're keeping a slug there, that is not being fairly shuffled. And C, he feared that the dealer was calling cards to the bottom. Well, when you pull in cards from the muck and you keep them on the bottom, and then you do a short shuffle and a few false cuts, you're ready to bottom deal some aces. All right, the next question. Number five, the overhand run-up, riffle stacking, short shuffles, push-through shuffles, and zero shuffles are all forms of what? A, casino shuffling procedures. B, card control. C, second dealing. The answer is B, card control. All right, all of these are false shuffling methods that allow you to control the cards, to control slugs, in some cases to even control the entire deck order while shuffling the cards. Question number six, what is a double duke? Is it A, doubling up with a pair of jacks? B, losing a huge hand to a bigger hand from a stacked deck? C, dealing the second card off the top of the deck? Or D, none of the above? The correct answer is B, losing a huge hand to a bigger hand from a stacked deck. The classic double duke is one of the all-time great setups and great hustles. You know, you always hear these stories, oh man, I picked up aces, I got it all in against kings and he flopped a set and busted me. Or you pick up kings and you're in against aces. Or you have a full house against a bigger full house, or a flush against a bigger flush. Now often these are legitimate hands, and if you play thousands of hands of poker, you've seen every kind of hand you can imagine. However, that very fact makes it even more appealing for a cheat to set up a double duke, because people expect bad beats in poker. You know, so when you notice that double duke go down, take a big look at who dealt it and who picked up the win. Question number 7 on the card sheet quiz is, the crimp, the hop, and the shift are all ways to do what? A, cheat at cards. B, control a slug to the top or bottom of the deck. C, nullify the cut. Or D, all of the above. So the crimp, the hop, and the shift are all ways to cheat at cards, nullify the cut, and control a slug to the top or the bottom of the deck. Question number 8, what does it mean to ring in a cooler? Is it A, to invite a hustler to your card game? B, to stack the deck during a shuffle? C, to switch the entire deck after or during the cut? Or D, to play poker in an igloo? The correct answer is C, to switch the entire deck out after or during the cut, sometime after the shuffling procedure. Usually it is when the deck is being handed off for the cut. There will be an entire deck switch right when it's time for the cards to get in the air. Those are good times for someone to ring in a cooler. Number 9, what is cold stacking? Is it A, arranging your chips in a way that signals your hand to a partner? B, switching the deck after it has been shuffled? C, stacking the deck on the fly? Or D, maintaining the entire deck order using a false shuffle? The correct answer for this is C, stacking the deck on the fly. So an example of cold stacking would be, let's say we're playing heads-up poker, and I don't even really care if your cards are better than mine coming out of the gate, all right? But I do want to know what they are. So in this case, I know that I've dealt you 2 6s, all right? Now I can look at my hand and play it accordingly after I see the flop, okay? Flop comes out. Now I can probably scare you off of this hand, all right, depending on what kind of player you are, especially if I called a big raise pre-flop. All right, so that's cold stacking. You know, you combine that with real poker knowledge and it's a deadly weapon. Finally, question number 10. What is the form of cheating known as a holdout? Is it A, when you wait for one big pot and then cheat in order to win it? Or B, when you short the pot by palming off chips during a call? C, when you secretly hold on to cards that should be mucked? Or D, all of the above? The answer is C, when you secretly hold on to cards that should be mucked. There were guys in the old days, even guys who play down at Binion's and in Vegas, that were holdout specialists. So there you have it. That's a really basic card cheat quiz. Let me know in the comments how you did on the quiz. So if you want to know more about cheating, definitely sign up to cardsharp.com. It's free. Follow my YouTube channel, my CardSharp YouTube channel. Read my articles at Card Player. But you can also contact me for a private consultation, and I can take you through any and every cheating aspect that you'll ever come across in a game of poker. All right, so keep that in mind. Feel free to email me, stacked@cardsharp.com. And until next time, stay sharp, stay card sharp.
Card sharp.